Hey yappers, welcome back to Binge, Yap, Repeat. Today, Ruchi and I are yapping all about Love is Blind UK Season 3. We dive into each couple's dynamic, make predictions about who will get married and who won't, and we talk about how Love is Blind UK compares to the US version. Ruchi and I truly love a Love is Blind season. Buckle in because our episode starts now. Welcome back, yappers, to another episode of Binge, Yap, Repeat. I'm your host, Ruchi.
And I'm Shalini.
And this episode is all about Love is Blind UK Season 3. Every time Love is Blind releases a new season or a new country, it's the same stuff, but I eat it up every single time.
Dude, literally same. And I can't get enough of it. And at the end of whatever episodes are released, I'm like, I must know more.
Yeah, it's like mac and cheese at this point. Like, you know exactly what you're getting and you look forward to it every single time.
Every single damn time. Yeah. I don't know what they're putting in this show, what kind of drugs they're putting in this show, but can't get enough.
It's addicting. It's addicting. Okay, so I have a fun fact for you. Did you know that this season of Love is Blind UK Season 3 had 14 engaged couples? So out of the 30 men and women combined, 14 out of 15 possible engagements happened.
So does that mean Chev was literally the only single female left?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, it's gotta be Chev. It's gotta be Chev who's the only woman who didn't get engaged. And who knows who it is on the guy's side. But yeah.
Damn, dude. That's insane.
Record-breaking numbers. And
wow, they should have just added
Chev.
that in. Oh, yeah, so sorry, Chev. But they should have just added that in at the end of the pods, just been like, we actually have 14 couples, but here or I don't know. I feel like maybe they'll talk about it in the reunion or something.
Yeah, who knows? And maybe we'll see who the man was who wasn't chosen.
Chevanique, we got one option for you.
It's this guy or it's nothing. Actually, you already chose the nothing, so. But yeah, I was surprised because, like, by the end, I feel like in other seasons of Love is Blind, at the end, when they're actually going on the like, proposal dates, there's way fewer people left in the pods. But I felt like I kept seeing everyone.
It's so really true. You're so right. Damn, I wonder how they choose which couples they feature. I guess they have to choose the ones that have, like, inter-couple drama.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Kira and Jack were a no-brainer. And then, yeah.
And then Joseph and Fran.
Joseph and Fran for the Chevanique drama? Or for the also drama. Kira drama? Dude, Kira needs to get her nose out of everyone's damn business, but okay.
She's a podster for sure. Okay, should we just get into it? Let's talk about the 6 couples who were featured on this season. We've got Kira and AJ, Jack and Faye, Joseph and Francesca, Sophie and Taylor, Jordan and Yasmin, and Ryan and Cuba, who were the 6. And I think they chose the 6 because they said, quotes, diversity of storylines. So, like, I don't know. In the past, I feel like they say based on strength of relationship, but like now it feels they're saying diversity in storylines, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, okay. Oh yeah, maybe we could just talk about Cuba and Ryan because I was going to mention Cuba and Ryan.
Okay, let's do that. This is definitely a diverse storyline.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, speaking of diverse storylines, I feel like they really wasted one of their couples on Cuba and Ryan. Ryan wasn't even there half the time. He was there for like 2 weeks. And then, okay, so like their entire marriage or like what pre-marriage period is like 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he was gone for at least 1 week doing his speaking tour, and then he was gone for maybe another week because his grandma passed, which is really sad. But then yeah, like how are you going to form a connection that you're
I
going to be
know.
ready to say I do at the altar if you're not there for half the time?
Seriously. I do think they choose the couples to progress before the retreat happens. So it was just an
That's true.
unfortunate investment.
Yeah, that's true. It was kind of sad. Well, anyway, Cuba and Ryan, they are our anti-school couple. What was your perception of them when they first met?
I was like, damn, these two really found each other. They're just, yeah, they're both on that spiritual journey, you know. I I'm happy for them. I think they're a good match, like outside factors aside. I think like they seemed like the most, well, maybe with the exception of Sophie and Taylor, they seem the most like locked in with each other in terms of like super long-term compatibility, I thought.
I think they had a lot of potential at the beginning, but I think a lot of logistics got in the way.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that Ryan and Cuba are both really niche people who have like extremely niche interests, and those niche interests happen to match each other, which was really good. Happy for them that Ryan was like, "Yeah, I don't want my kids to go in school," and then Cuba was like, "Absolutely, amen, brother." And I was like, "Whoa."
Whoa.
Happy you guys found each other.
Yeah.
Happy for you. Um, yeah, so I thought they had like a good foundational like match in values. But then when they first met, I was actually unsure if Cuba was physically attracted to Ryan.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
did not think that, but I do feel like she was very much like, our souls are connected. So who cares what's on the outside? Which is like maybe the subtext is I don't like what's on the outside, but maybe I can get past it.
Yeah, and I felt like maybe this is me reading too much into it, but I felt like when they met, she wasn't as gaga over him
Mm,
than he was for her. So that was
interesting.
one thing.
I will say, or one thing I noticed is that all of the reveals in Love is Blind UK have been way less awkward than any of the US reveals.
Yeah, that's a good point. The US reveals have been really awkward.
Why are they so awkward? It's probably because they're all just there to be influencers. And so they don't actually like want to marry these people.
Yeah, maybe. That's the other thing I wanted to ask you about this season of like, or like UK Love is Blind versus US Love is Blind. I felt like the UK people were a lot more authentic than the US people.
I 100% agree.
And maybe it's because there have been like way fewer seasons in the UK than there have been in the US.
I think there's also some truth to the fact that like Americans are a little vapid sometimes, you know? And so just going back to the UK, I don't know. I feel like people are more down to earth in the UK typically.
I mean, maybe. From what I've seen on Love Island, it's not been
Okay, true. Okay, true.
that.
Okay, true. Sophie, to be fair, does not know who the prime minister is.
Yeah, okay. To be fair, I didn't either.
Okay, I didn't either, but we don't live in the UK.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
acceptable.
I actually looked this up later. She like said, "Oh, is the PM Keir Starmer?" And then I was like, "That name means nothing to me. Am
I've
I?"
never heard that name.
Yeah, and then I felt really bad. I was like, am I not as politically informed as I thought?" And then I was like, "Oh, maybe this is like an old name." And then I looked him up and yeah, he was the prime minister from 2024 through 2026. So she was right.
Wow. Wait, I thought he brought up the name. She brought up the name?
I don't remember who brought up the name,
I
but they
think
brought
he
up the
did.
name in like a questioning
Oh, okay,
form.
okay. I think he was like, do you know who the prime minister is? And she was like, no, doesn't it just change all the time? And then he said, yeah, it's blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh,
She didn't know Downing Street.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, I knew Downing Street.
I knew Downing Street too. Okay, so then
Nice.
I was feeling superior, and then one of them said, "Is the PM Keir Starmer?" And then I immediately felt inferior. I was like, I didn't deserve the win on Downing Street. Anyway, okay, coming back to Ryan and Cuba.
Mhm.
I feel my prediction for this couple is that they are not going to work out because they just haven't spent that much time together.
Yeah.
I don't think Cuba is physically attracted to Ryan. And I feel like Ryan doesn't have the time nor the desire to be married.
Interesting. Okay, I agree with you that I think they're not going to get married because they have not spent enough time together. I think it's really interesting that Ryan presents himself as a free spirit, but is in like some sort of extremely non-free spirit corporate ass job.
Wait, really? He's a public speaker.
Okay, is that wait, so what does that mean? Because he was making it sound like he's at conferences all the time. Or like
Yeah,
what's he
because
doing?
I think he is speaking about how to be a free spirit at these
Oh, at
conferences.
corporate conference. Okay, okay. I was imagining him in some like business development role for a software company, like software sales. That's what I was imagining him in. And I was like, how, what? Yeah. Okay. But that makes sense. Okay. He is preaching free spirithood to corporate people at conferences.
That's a good question because that's what I assumed, but now I'm not so sure. I was like, this guy is such a free spirit. The only way that he could marry being a public speaker and being a free spirit is if he is public speaking about his free spiritedness.
Okay, let's see what his
I would be
specific
so
job.
devastated if he actually spoke about software sales. That's crazy.
International public. Oh, okay. He's an international public speaker who hosts events around Europe to teach men how to better their lives physically and mentally. So, yeah, I think you're right.
That feels like a free spirit vibe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, consistent.
Consistent. Okay.
His job and his ideals are consistent. Great. Um but yeah, I feel like the whole thing with Ryan coming back from these business trips and being like, "Oh yeah, I feel so like devoid of energy. There's no way for me to give back." But then also just feeling like Cuba is not the one to fill his cup
Yeah, that was
is
really
a big
sad.
question mark. Like, it should be, like, totally understand that you can be devoid of energy, but also I feel
Yeah,
like your partner should be able to fill your cup like that.
totally. And like, if they don't, maybe it's too early, but then you probably shouldn't be engaged to them. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was Cuba's issue too. But she just felt like there's so much going on in his life, especially with his grandma passing, that
Yeah.
she's like, it's not about me right now. Although
I'm
I feel,
unhappy, but it's not about
yeah,
me.
I'm unhappy. I feel like this is not working out for us for so many obvious reasons, but I have to be there for you, even though you don't want me to be there for you.
Yeah, that was really sad when he was like, "How are you feeling?" and she just was quiet for a bit, and then she was like, "I just wish I could be there for you." I was like, "Oh, Cuba, you're so mature. You're like not making this about yourself at all. So
Yeah,
sweet."
she really is very mature. Just like not picking a fight with Ryan or just being like, why
Yeah,
can't you lean on me for all of these things? Why can't you see that I'm also hurting over here?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I feel bad for her, but it's also like at a certain point, you also have to stand up for yourself too.
yeah.
So maybe we'll see her do that at the altar, or maybe they'll have a talk about it and
And they
just,
won't go to the altar. I
yeah,
don't
they won't
remember
go.
seeing a clip of them in their wedding.
Yeah,
Did we?
that's true.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
We shall see.
So what's your prediction for the weddings?
Okay, all of them?
No, just for Ryan and
Oh,
Cuba.
for their, I don't think they're going to get married.
And not even go to the altar?
Okay, yeah. I'm going to predict that they will not even make it to the wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm with you. I also feel like we're going to see a scene between the two of them where they are just like calling it off, thinking that like, oh, there's no point going to the wedding because so much has happened and not
Yeah.
between us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing about Cuba. Is she a free spirit? But she got that Van Cleef.
That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, whoa, she is literally a tree hugger, but yeah, she got that Van Cleef.
Yeah, that little green pendant right there.
El consumerismo is alive and well. El capitalismo.
Last thing about them, the sound bath date they had in Ibiza was crazy.
You know, yeah, it was like I was feeling a little secondhand embarrassment, but also they didn't seem embarrassed at all. So it was kind of like, I feel like I shouldn't be present for this moment. But then also this sound bath lady was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so funny. She was like, all right, can I, hey, break it up, you two.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. So it is normal to feel like this.
Her dance, like, to be clear, Cuba's dancing was so beautiful, and she is very talented at interpretive dancing. Ryan was giving white boy trying to be a free spirit, but like not knowing what to do with his body.
I wonder if there is a part of Ryan who has always felt like he has been this free spirit, and he is met with someone who is living the life of like being a super free spirit, is maybe more free spirited than he is. And then he has to go and like be a public speaker and talk to men about like being a free spirit, and then kind of feels like a little bit of an imposter syndrome. I wonder if that's part of it.
Maybe he's like, I want to be the free spirit in the relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. You know what I was thinking? When Cuba was giving advice to Yasmin, I was like, Cuba really reminds me of Ruchi.
Really?
Yeah, I just felt like she really hit the nail on the head when she was like, if he's making this about logistics, there's something else going on. And I was kind of like, I was with Yasmin where I was like, I don't know. I think it is just logistics. And then the next scene, he's like, I've been saying it's logistics, but there's something else going on. I'm like, she reads men so well. Yeah. Oh. And I feel like you do too.
This is the highest compliment anyone has ever given me. And I'm so glad that it's recorded.
Memorialized forever.
Yeah. Wow. That is so kind of you. Thank you. I don't know if I read men that well, but I think it's easier to see things from an outside perspective. Because when you're in it, you don't really know exactly what's going on. And to be fair, I think Yasmin did know that there was something going on, right? Like she even asked him.
In her gut, she knew.
Yeah, exactly. She knew. And even Cuba was like, trust your intuition, girl. Like you know that there's something else going on. So trust it. Yeah. Ow. Okay, my last thing on Ryan and Cuba. Do you think Ryan has ever hugged a tree?
Physically? I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no too. Have you ever hugged a tree?
Like with the intention of saving it? Or...
No, like in the way that Cuba said to hug a tree, which is like if you feel like you hug a tree, it actually like lowers your cortisol and makes you feel more relaxed.
No, I don't think I've done that. I think I've probably done it in the sense that's like, how far can I wrap my arms around this thing? You know?
This thing's massive. We're talking
That's what
like
I'm
3-4 arm lengths.
I can't even hug this thing.
Okay, now that you say that, I think I have the same. I think that's the only scenario in which I want to dream.
But I want to try now.
Yeah, I think the way
see
that
what
she
it gives me back.
exactly the way that she sold it, I was like, I would love to reduce my cortisol levels. I want to
Yeah.
go hug a tree now. Anyway, that's also why I was like, I feel like Ryan feels like he is being out free-spirited by Cuba.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree with prediction. I think not even gonna make it to the altar.
Unfortunate.
Yep. All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay. We can talk about Jordan and Yasmin.
Let's do it.
Fun fact, Yasmin is the first person on Love is Blind to have
Vitiligo.
vitiligo.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I also know how to pronounce vitiligo now, because I always read it and thought it was vitiligo. There was someone in like our Indian community who got it at a very young age. I think she got it at like 7 or 8. And so like she started it like started on her arms, I think, and then there was like a patch on her face, and then she used to cover it up with makeup. But like now I think she's in her 20s. Now I think it's like all over, so she like doesn't even bother anymore. But then it's also just like it's not even like patchy anymore. It's all just like
it's like purely the light color.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Okay, so but question on the vitiligo aspect. So in the pods, Yasmin was pretty upfront about telling Jordan that she had the skin condition. Do you think she should have not told him to be more in the spirit of Love is Blind, or do you think she did the right thing in telling him?
I think she did the right thing. I think it was kind of reminding me, not that it's the same thing at all, but do you remember Love is Blind US season 1 when that guy told his fiance that he's bi, but it was like after they had met each other already, and then she had a bad reaction?
Yeah.
I just think like with these things, obviously it's a balance of you don't want to turn them off entirely from the get-go by revealing it too early and making them like not want to invest at all. But then you also don't want to wait too long and for them to feel like you were withholding it from them. So it's obviously a balance, but I think she told him at the right time, which was like when she felt her feelings deepening, she felt like he was getting invested. She's like, okay, I kind of just want to get this out in the open so that you're aware of it. So I actually thought she handled it perfectly.
Well, I think the difference with that bi situation that you brought up, I think the difference there is that that's not related to appearance at all, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I think for sure that should have come up. But I think with Love is Blind, the whole thing is about falling in love with someone regardless of their appearance. So I can see why some people on the internet are like, oh, like she should not have told him at all. But I agree with you. I actually think she did the right thing because I think because there was such an emotional, like, feeling around it, there was all this insecurity around it, and it made a lot of sense for her to tell him about that because that's how she goes into relationships, is that she is thinking about the skin condition that she has and how she presents herself. So I feel like it made a lot of sense for her to talk about that before they had even met.
Yeah, yeah. And like it's not just an appearance thing. It's not like saying I have black hair or blue eyes. Like it's like a medical condition. So I think it's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I teared up a lot when she was talking about it.
Me too.
Because, like, you can tell that she has gone through so much emotional hurdles to be able to even get to that point where she is talking about it.
Yeah. My baby angel Yasmin. She's so sweet.
So sweet. She did do a couple things that I was like, Yasmin, why though? Which
okay,
is
what are those things?
going through the DMs and like going through their Instagrams and then going into the requests and then being like, who's Amy? He doesn't know who Amy is. That's why she's in the request folder.
Dude, I feel like that moment was the only moment that showed me that she has never been in a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like she doesn't get that like you know, your partner has to feel comfortable. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times in like single girl world, you're like, who cares how the man feels? But then like when you're in a relationship, you really do need to care how the man feels. And I feel like that was the first time I really saw that from her, that like
Yeah.
she was not ready. Yeah.
Yeah. The relationship and experience was coming
Yeah,
out.
totally.
I feel like that was the moment that it all went wrong.
I
I think
could
it was
see
all
that.
downhill from there.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. That's really unfortunate. I do feel like there's something to be said about insecure people. So like I think it's pretty clear that Yasmin has some insecurities about A, her
Yeah.
skin condition that she's done a lot of work on, B, the fact that she's never been in a relationship. And I think that sometimes with insecure people, they're so focused on how they're presenting and how they're feeling that it's just hard for them to think about how the other person is feeling because they're so preoccupied with what's going on inside themselves. And I feel like we saw some of that where like she's so preoccupied about like the trust and like the DMs and stuff that like she just couldn't see from his perspective how that was harming the relationship.
Yeah. And I think in the moment when they showed it, I was honestly not sure if she was saying all of that in a joking way. Like, I didn't know if she was like, oh, haha, like now let's go into the request. But then he actually did it. And I was like, oh, he's actually showing her like his DMs and his messages. That's kind of crazy. So I was a
Yeah.
little confused. But one thing that I thought she did well, which I don't think a lot of inexperienced people do, is when she had that issue about like, oh, all of these other girls with their boyfriends or their fiancés, like they are bringing gifts to them, whatever. She's like, it's not about the gifts. Like, I don't want you
Yeah.
to bring me flowers, but I want to know how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought that was a very good distinction because I do
Ah,
think a lot of people who are inexperienced in relationships are like, give me flowers, give me gifts, give me this. But it's actually the desire to feel chosen and to feel
yeah.
loved.
Like the root cause of it, like the root of the matter is that you want to feel loved. And so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the gift is. Yeah, I agree. I thought she handled that well. I also think she handled it well when he brought up the distance thing and she was like, look, something's got to give. Either you move to me, which you don't want to do, or I move to you, which I'm willing to do.
But
And if
you
you
don't want
don't
me to
want
do
me to
it.
do that, then there's no relationship here. Like, I thought she broke it down in a really mature way.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was that conversation was so hard to see because you could see it like clicking in his head too. So like maybe he didn't think of it
Yeah.
that way. Like maybe he also thought it was distance
Mm,
for a bit and then realized, oh, actually there is this underlying thing. And it's
yeah.
the underlying thing is that I am not sure about our relationship. So I don't want
Yeah.
anyone to make sacrifices for me. It
Yeah.
actually reminds me of this relationship that I had where I was I was in New York and I was in Brooklyn and I was dating this person who lived in Hudson Yards, which
Mm.
is, if you don't know New York, that's basically a long distance relationship. You gotta take 2 trains to get there.
Oh no.
It's a lot.
Well,
I
how
just want
much
to say.
time do those two trains take?
I think it's like 30 to 40 minutes
Okay.
because it's like from downtown Brooklyn, you got to go up to Penn Station, 34th Street, and then take a train or walk 2 very long avenues to get to Hudson
Damn.
Yards.
So it would be like me dating someone in like Redwood City.
It's worse than that because you can just drive to Redwood City and you can get there door to door and just drive. But like you
That's
have
true.
to
There's a lot
get
more
into a train
involvement.
and then get out of the train and then either take another train. It's just like a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, what
Okay.
my point is, um, he eventually like he wanted to move like while we were dating. He's like, oh, I want to move. Like I want to move to Brooklyn, like to downtown Brooklyn. And then I was like, oh, Yeah, like that would be more convenient, but you seem to really love your life in Hudson Yards and you seem to like love the idea of being in the city and you actually like don't really know downtown Brooklyn. Like I feel like
Mm,
downtown Brooklyn was an okay place to live, but I was basically like move if you want to, but don't move because
for
I live
me,
there. Like
yeah,
if I were not in the equation at all and you just happen to want to move to downtown Brooklyn, I'm okay with that, but like
yeah.
don't move because I'm there. And then he was like, "Oh no, it's totally fine with like it's like you're kind of part of it, but like it's not entirely because of you." And then that made me feel really nervous, and that's when I knew that that was not the right relationship for
Mm,
me because I was like, "Ugh." It's like
yeah,
something that should make you happy, but it's like,
right.
"Ugh, I actually don't want this."
Yeah, that's so interesting. It's like with the right couple, both people will be thrilled that they're moving to be closer together. And if it's
Yeah.
the wrong couple, it's such a good litmus test.
Yeah. So I
Mm,
wonder if that was like something with Jordan as well, where he was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll
yeah.
move to London." Ugh, actually,
Yeah, I bet
that's a
that's so
not.
true.
Yeah,
But I did think it was really sweet that I feel like he really felt so much ownership and a sense of protection over her heart. And I feel like he really did his best to not break her heart and like really try to treat her well. And he just like, he was so protective of her. It was so sweet. I really like Jordan.
yeah. He was really thinking about her relationship and experience, but I think as a result, putting a lot of pressure on himself
Yeah.
to make sure that this relationship, even though he knew it was not going to end well, he had to like do it in a very good way as to not introduce further trauma into already or like not feed into her insecurities
Yeah.
basically, which I think is very very difficult to do.
It's really
um
hard.
my prediction for them is they will also not make it to the altar,
I
or
think
like didn't they
they
already
broke
broke
up.
up? They already
I think
broke
they've
up.
broken
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I kind of wish that he was like a little bit more straightforward about the distance fact, but maybe we give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he did not realize it was distance, or it wasn't just distance until they had that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I think that is true because you also saw him. I think at least I interpreted it as we kind of saw him come to the realization where I can't remember if it was when he was talking to his mom or right before he talked to his mom, where he was like, I'm starting to realize that distance might not be the actual root of the issue here. So I think it just did kind of take some time for him to realize, like, why don't I want her to move to me? Why? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to be asked the tough questions. You got to ask yourself the
Yeah.
tough questions. I did tear up when Jordan and Yasmin were meeting Jordan's family, and Jordan's dad was like, "It's nice when your youngest steps up." I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
cute.
yeah." That made me tear up because it was just like, Jordan, like you're becoming a man. You finally chosen someone who is a lovely person, and you're like
Yeah.
becoming a man in our eyes now. It was
Yeah.
really sweet.
So cute.
I wonder what Jordan's dad would say now.
Oh, I think he handled it really well. Like, I think he handled it as well as he could have. So, if I was his parents, I would be very proud of him.
Sad.
Do you think if she had relationship experience that he would have been less hesitant to continue the relationship?
Less hesitant to continue the relationship.
Like, he would have been more in if she had one or two relationships under her belt?
Um, I actually don't know. I don't think so. I have a feeling that he would have been more forthcoming in his
Mm,
feelings, maybe, because I feel like he spent a lot of time. I mean, depending on editing, I don't know like what conversation happened
yeah.
when, but I do feel like he spent a lot of time thinking about how to phrase things,
Yeah.
how to talk to Yasmin, because he was probably just putting a lot of pressure on himself, being like, oh my God, I'm the first person that like she's done this with. Let me
Mm,
make sure that I'm like laying everything out like clearly. So I feel like there was a lot of effort that was put into that, which I don't know if he would have done that if she had relationship experience. But also, if she had relationship experience, maybe that
you
whole
wouldn't have
DM
had to do
conversation.
that.
Exactly. Yeah. So who knows? Chicken and egg.
Oh, well, what a shame. So two very nice people.
Yeah.
Shame they couldn't work out.
Well, going from two very nice people, Jordan and Yasmin, to two other very nice people, Sophie and Taylor, who feel like they have been dating for a very long time.
They are locked the fuck in.
Yeah. There's like, every moment that they show from Sophie and Taylor's relationship just feels like a cute moment with a little bit of banter between the two of them. They just feel so evenly matched.
Yeah.
And they both feel like they're obsessed with each other. And it's so cute to see.
So cute. Yeah. I'm very happy for them. I think they're going to get married. That's my prediction.
I think so too. I think that's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you though, on Sophie and Taylor. Would you rather have a tattoo on your bum with the name of someone you did sleep with or did not sleep with?
If it's someone I didn't sleep with, like, what's their name doing on my bum?
Exactly. I feel like that's way more intimate. That is worse. So when they were having that conversation and Taylor's like, oh, I didn't sleep with them. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. And I think Sophie was also like, why is their name on your butt?
Yeah. Then what? Then what is this? Why do you have this here then? Just for fun?
Right. This needs more of an explanation, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said that because I was like, wait, what? I also didn't know that you get a letter from the Queen when you turn 100.
Hey, what did they say? A ticket? Wait, what did someone say?
Yeah. A speeding ticket from the Queen. Oh, you're breaking 100 over here.
Was that your impression of a British accent?
No.
Okay.
It came out New Jersey. I just feel like that's
I'm walking here.
something a New Jersey person would say.
Yeah.
New Jersey yappers, don't comfort me, please.
Oh, I wanted to look into this. So she lives in Manchester, but she's from Guernsey? Was she the one from Guernsey or was that someone else?
Yeah, I think that's right. Because I remember thinking, oh, Guernsey cow.
Yeah. I listened to a My Favorite Murder episode set in Guernsey. Or I think Karen's was set in the island of Guernsey. And then Georgia's was set on some other island. And they're like, oh, we both chose islands today. Faye is from Guernsey.
Oh, okay.
Okay, never mind. Okay, because I did think Sophie has a northern accent, I think. Okay, British yappers, please tell me if that's true.
I couldn't tell you. You just heard my accent, so I'm not the expert here.
Where is Sophie from Love is Blind UK from? Okay, she's from Manchester. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because her family's there and she has a house there. And
yeah. Okay, cool.
Manchester.
Cool. Manchester.
Is that how you say it?
Manchester. Sophie. Taylor.
Okay, anything else on Sophie and Taylor?
Loved her house. That's my little dream house. Yeah, I would love to live there.
Her house is so cute. Oh yeah, I also really laughed at that when Taylor was like, yeah, it's so interesting to see how the house is just a summary of a person. And then she's like, what? Plain and boring.
I love a person that can laugh at themselves. We love.
I love their banter. I think it was every moment was just a one-liner from Sophie. That was really funny. The stodgy noodles. She's like, oh, the noodles are a bit stodgy. And she's like, that's not on me. That's not my fault.
She's hilarious. I love her.
Yeah, she's quite funny. Okay. Well, moving on. There's not really much tea there. They seem like they're happily living their lives. Okay, two other people that I feel are happily living their lives, but do have a little bit of tea.
Mm.
Joseph and Francesca.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to their pod life for a second. Are you surprised that Joseph chose Francesca over Chevanique?
No, I don't think so. I think it made sense to me because it showed me that he is thinking with his head and not with another part of his body. Because
Yes.
and his heart. Because he was like, oh, I feel like I can really open
Oh,
up to
wait. Sorry.
he's thinking with his head and his heart and not with the other part.
He's thinking with his head and not with his heart. Oh, head and his heart. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was like, oh, I feel so close with Francesca. The only thing is like, I don't know if we have that like sexual chemistry because she's so shy about it. Also, I was thinking to myself, I think if I was on Love is Blind, I would also feel uncomfortable. Not because I'm uncomfortable talking about it with someone who I want to be my husband, but because there are cameras there.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe she's just camera shy about it, which is so fair. Anyway, and then with Chevanique, it was kind of the opposite where he's like, oh, we have like so much chemistry, but we can't really get deep. And then both women, I thought, like really showed up in the ways that they needed to. But it was like with the tiniest bit of flirting, he was like, I'm all in on Francesca. And then like with a lot of emotional opening up from Chevanique, he was like,
Yeah.
So that really showed me that Francesca was the one for him.
I think this is another difference with Love is Blind UK versus US. I think if they were US, I think Joseph would have chosen Chevanique. I just
oh my God,
feel like
yes.
people on Love is Blind US are just so it's like
horny,
sexually motivated. Yeah, it's weird. So
Oh, sorry.
I was
No,
just gonna say
finish.
like yeah, so I was kind of surprised because I saw that like he was having so much sexual chemistry with Chevanique. It was giving oh my gosh, who's that guy? Zach Bliss.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. And
Irina. Yes, it was giving that. It was like Zach had this sexual chemistry with Irina in the pods and then ended up choosing Irina in the pods. But guess who he's wifed up with and expecting kids with? Bliss.
Baby number 3 on the way. Actually, that might be fake news. Oh
no, God. I think it is baby number 3.
Oh, shit.
I think it is. Yeah, I think they have more than 2.
Popping them out.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I was surprised that Joseph chose Francesca, because I was like, I've seen how this goes. Yeah. So I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that he chose Francesca. And I think they have a really cute relationship. They also have a lot of banter that I smile at.
I knew he had Nigerian family. Like when he said that, I was like, this makes so much sense. Because anytime something funny happens, he would go like, ah! You know, like do his little screech. I was like, wow, all the Nigerians I know do that exact thing.
I also was not surprised that he was Nigerian. It's like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah. And then she also kind of does that. She's always like, when something funny. They're just so cute. They're so
cute. I love their little spa day where they were just laughing at like the clay mask. And then she was like, I think I need to put more. And he was like, more? And she's like, you're good. Actually, I think you're good.
And then he put her sheet mask on and it was like,
it was all over her face. Yeah, I was like, dude, there are literal eye, nose, and mouth holes that you can obviously see. I also really laughed when like Francesca is shaping her eyebrows and she's like cutting her eyebrows with the scissors, and then Joseph walks in and he's like, what the hell?
She's like, don't judge me. I know what I'm doing with my eyebrows. Get out of here. He's like, okay.
They're so funny.
I love them.
One question here. I think like the other reason why I was a little surprised that Joseph chose Francesca over Chevanique is that they talked about religion a little bit, and then Joseph said he was Christian. Chevanique said she was Christian, and then Francesca is Catholic, right?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, so that was
Oh,
the other reason that I was like, oh, if Francesca is Catholic, which feels a little bit more orthodox, I guess,
yeah.
than just like regular
General
Christian, I
Christian.
guess, or like
Yeah.
Pentecostal. So that's why I was like, oh, maybe that's why he'll pick Chevinique over Francesca.
Mm,
But is it, I don't know if you know this, is it okay for a Catholic person to be dating a Pentecostal Christian person?
I am so the wrong person to be asking this
Oh.
to. I have no clue.
Okay, Catholic yappers and Pentecostal rapper and yappers. If you have any insight into this. I mean, obviously it's like it seems to be a non-issue,
Yeah.
but I was just like worried. I was like concerned. I was like, oh, is this going to be like a point of contention if they do get together that they're going to talk about their faith and it's going to be this huge
Mm,
thing? But like, it's like not an issue at all.
yeah,
So
seems like it's not an issue. Yeah.
yeah, interesting. Um.
Um, I wanted to talk about Francesca's parents.
Oh, okay.
Their reaction is what I would hope and expect for my parents if I went through this process.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, of all the parent reactions that we've seen on this show, this is the one that I think my parents would do this exact thing.
Yes, and I hope they would. Because I'm like, you're literally spitting facts right now. Like, yes, it's great that you found someone you love. It's great that you guys get along. I can see that you're very happy. But marriage is marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And love is love.
Love is love. And love is maybe not blind, but love is love.
Love is blurry. But yeah, one thing that Francesca's dad said, he was like, it seems like your life after, he was like, the wedding is just one day, but your life after the wedding seems like it hasn't been thought of that much and it
Yeah.
seems very unplanned, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Like, because
That
it also feels like both of them live with their families right now, right?
Yeah, and neither of them are like very financially stable enough to move out from their parents' house.
Yeah. So what's the game plan
Yeah,
here?
what's the game plan? And it Francesco was implying that each of them is going to stay at their parents' house, not move in to one of the parents' houses, which is
Right.
also kind of strange to me. Like,
It
wha-
could be. I mean, I think there's one aspect of me that's like, I kind of get it. I mean, we saw this happen with oh my gosh, there was like that couple, I forget their names. They're like some southern couple where the guy like stayed with his roommates or something and she stayed with
mm.
her roommates for a
Oh,
year or so.
Colleen
Yes,
and
Colleen.
her dude Matt, I think.
I
Yeah.
think so. Matt and Colleen, and then everyone thought that Matt was like low key abusive to
Abusive,
Colleen.
yes, which is possibly true still. And maybe that's why
Yeah.
she was subconsciously not wanting to move in with
Yeah,
him.
but then at the reunion, they were like, yeah, we are going to move in together and we're really happy. And then everyone's like, okay.
Blink twice if you need help, Colleen.
Yeah. So anyway, from that lens, I think that it does kind of make sense,
Yeah,
especially given the fact that they are, I guess, like religious and like
yeah,
that family aspect seems very important to both of them. Maybe it makes sense to continue living
mm,
in their parents' houses for some time.
yeah,
So I guess like that maybe makes sense, but it
yeah,
it is kind of weird that they don't have a long-term plan.
yeah, yeah. It concerns me. Yeah.
So with that being said, what are your predictions for Joseph and Fran?
I love them both to death, but I fear they will not get married. Because Joseph, I feel like, has made it clear that he doesn't want to get married if he doesn't have her parents' blessing. And I don't think they're going to give it based on what we've seen so far. So, unfortunately, I think maybe he'll make a play like, I would love to keep dating you. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm, okay, my prediction, I'm going to say that they are going to get married.
Okay. Love the optimism.
Yeah, because I want to be optimistic. And I think that they will go through this process of like, oh, maybe we should say no and then continue to date. But then I think they will be like, oh, but if we say no, like, how will that make us feel in the moment? And then
Yeah.
I think in the moment they will say yes.
Mm,
I think it's
okay.
going to be like,
Emma.
yeah,
Oh my God, we're in
same
sync today.
brain today. You freaking know. You're a mind reader today.
I was
Yes.
literally thinking that same thing. I was like, who else do we know that on a whim said yes to send a message to their partner?
I love, this is the quality content that this is the vibes that you get when you co-host a podcast with someone for more than 1 year. You just think the same things. Yes, Emma.
And someone you've known for 15 years.
Yes. Wow, I love this for us. But yeah, Emma and oh my God. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Long-haired dude who just wanted to hit up the bars.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't with him. Oh, wait, are you talking about Joey from
no.
Minnesota season? Oh.
No. Oh, Emma has the daughter, right? The 7-year-old daughter.
No, Emma is Emma is the name of the 7-year-old daughter of Amber. But Emma was the Asian girl who said yes at the altar, even though both of them had agreed to say no because she wanted to show him that she was ready to have kids.
This is so funny. So we were actually not on the same page.
Roll back everything we just said about being in sync. I don't know you. Who are you?
Who are you? Get out of here.
Oh my God. Oh, you were saying Amber and that dude.
Amber and that dude. Yeah, because they at the altar, and this is so, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed now. We made such a big deal about being on the same page when we absolutely weren't. No, yeah. So Amber who has the 7-year-old daughter, Emma, I think at the altar, they had said, or like he was thinking no, I thought.
That's right. I think both of them were thinking no, and then she surprised him by saying yes, so then he said yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of Emma, who didn't want kids, and that's what they disagreed on, but then she was like, you know what? I think I am ready to have kids, so she just said yes at the altar, which shocked her dude.
And then he continued to say no. Yeah, because he was like, we said we were going to say no. I'm not going to prisoner dilemma this. Yeah.
Okay, but similar theme.
The similar theme, I think Joseph and Francesca will say yes to each other at the altar. That's my prediction.
Okay. Oh, I hope so. I love them. I see a lot of myself in Francesca, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Francesca. I think out of everyone, she's the person that I feel like I relate the most with.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's very sweet, very grounded, like
a little funny, a little spicy.
Yeah, a little spicy. And she has a really good foundation and example of long-term love in her parents. Yeah.
Oh, Francesca. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Oh boy, the last two couples.
I feel like we have to talk about them together, kind of, because they're, kind of intertwined. Yeah. But we have Kira and AJ, and we have Jack and Faye. So I want to, again, cast us back to the pod situation where we had Jack being caught between Faye and Kira, and then Kira being caught between Jack and AJ. And then there's this huge falling out between Jack and Kira, which is somehow still an issue now that we're 8 episodes in. Still keeps coming up. But let's talk about Kira and AJ first. Okay. What did you think of that whole situation with Kira, Jack, and AJ? Like, do you think it was the fact that Kira was breaking up with Jack, and Jack was jumping the gun to break up with Kira first? Or do you think it was actually just like a mutual opt-out?
At the time, I did think that, that he was kind of jumping in to beat her to the punch. At this point, I think I understand him a little bit better. And I think his brain is truly just all over the place, and he's not a sophisticated enough person to be doing that. Like, I think truly he is speaking whatever thought enters his mind at any given moment. And so what he told her, which was like, I had a great date with Faye and I had a boring date with you. So the next time we met, I decided to go with Faye. I was like, I actually trust that this is true because I don't think he's capable of more than that. Um, and I think with Kira in the pods, I expected to hate Kira, but I was actually like, I think I really like her actually. And I'm proud of the decision she's making to go with the grounded, mature person over like the fun person. Um, but now I think we're seeing that she's actually not mature and she's extremely immature and just
She's kind of
loves stirring.
self-sabotaging
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sabotaging.
And sabotaging. She's
She
just
does all
all over
kinds.
the place. I'm like, girl, stay in your lane. But yeah, I would say, like, honestly, with AJ, I like her. I think she's her best self when she's with AJ, besides that one time when she was self-sabotaging. But I thought she really groveled very effectively. Like she truly felt so bad, and I thought it was a good recovery. Yeah.
I thought she really apologized really well to AJ. I felt like AJ's response to that actually could have been better because,
Really?
yeah, because I felt like she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I wasn't empathetic. I was being beyond unreasonable for all the things that I said yesterday. And then
Yeah.
AJ was like, yes. And you also did this thing wrong to me without really acknowledging that she is taking accountability for her
Mm.
wrongdoings.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
And
Yeah.
And then going back to the like whole Kira, Jack, AJ situation, I feel like it all went downhill with Jack from Kira's point of view when she mentioned that she was vegan and then he didn't remember it. And then he was like, really? You don't even want like a little bit of cheese? And then she was like, no, Jack, I'm vegan. And
Yeah.
then he was like, oh, sorry about that. So I think that's when it all started to go downhill for Kira because she does seem like she has very high standards, and the
Yeah.
fact that you can't remember this one, like, pretty distinct thing about her is
Yeah, especially
definitely a
as a
red flag.
chef. He didn't remember that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But, like, okay, the other thing, is he a chef? Seems
Uh
like he does a lot of things.
yeah, because he's also applying to sales jobs. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, sorry. We'll get to that. But going back to what you just said about it going downhill, I actually think she entered that date with bad energy. Like she was
Mm.
already skeptical of him because I think she had already suspected that he was disingenuous, and then she came into that date thinking that, and then he was like trying to overcompensate and being like, oh, like I'll make you cheese, blah blah blah, and then she was like, I hate cheese. you know? But
That's true. Without being
she,
like, I'm vegan,
yeah,
she was
yeah.
like, can you think of any reason why I would not like cheese,
Yeah,
Jack?
exactly, exactly. So I think the fallout of their relationship is like such an interesting piece of anthropology. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fascinating because I actually think both of them were really being truthful when Kira was like, I never told Jack he was my number one. And when Jack said, Kira just told me I'm her number one. Like, I truly think both of them really thought their truth, you
Yeah.
know? And then just that,
Yeah.
like, that was like the instance that started the whole fallout. And then the whole letter thing happened and the cheese thing. And then that's why Jack had so much more fun with Faye because Kira was being weird. And then because of that, then he broke up with Kira. And then she thinks that he was the one that just got in before she could break up with him. And like, it was just like a tiny little instance. It's like a season of beef. It was like a tiny thing that just like ballooned.
Yeah, you're so right. I think totally agree. You can see how both people really see their truth and you can see how it happens because you
Yes.
saw the exact conversation. You're like, okay, yes, technically, she did not say that he was her number one,
Yeah.
but she also very strongly implied that he
Yeah.
was up there. So,
So
yeah,
funny. So interesting.
yeah. I have a question for you. Um, would you pick someone, if you were Kira, would you pick someone that you vibed with really well, like Jack? Think early stages Kira Jack.
Okay.
Or would you pick someone who was good on paper, like AJ?
Is this for dating or for marriage? Like, am I in Love is Blind or am I just like dating in the real world?
That's a great question. I would say if you were in Love is Blind, if you were in this pod situation and you were dating for marriage.
I think I would kind of approach it how Joseph approached it, where I'm like, is this person I'm vibing with grounded enough to be a husband? But also, is this grounded person fun enough to be my partner? And I would just try to see if both of them could show me the other sides. And then, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess Joseph, I feel, was being pretty indecisive in the pods too, right? Because it was
Yeah.
revealed that he and Chevanique were talking up until the final days of dating.
Yeah.
And that resulted in Chevanique being the only woman going home without a ring.
True, but I don't think that's Joseph's fault. Like, I think he was doing the best thing. He didn't tell. It's not like he told Francesca he was closed off and he was still seeing other people.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I think Joseph did the right thing, and I think that's how I would approach it. Like, I don't think I can make that decision right now because I guess last person I was dating, I think, presented like very stable and grounded and mature, but I found him kind of boring. And so now I'm like, I want to find someone I vibe with, but like, I don't want just a Jack who like can't be a good husband.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You want someone who has both, and you have to see who can do what better
yeah,
/ faster, I guess.
exactly. Like, can both of them come closer to the middle? Yeah,
Can the risk be mitigated in time?
correct.
Yes. I
Before the
agree.
drop dead date.
Well, it's called the wedding. Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's no right answer. It's just like, what's the size of the problem and can it be mitigated in
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
Yeah. I feel like if I had to pick one, I think I'm generally leaning more towards someone that I would vibe with because I feel
yeah,
like the good on paper is something that like you can always work towards that, you know? But
yeah.
you can't like change someone's personality.
So true. So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also good on paper. I mean, AJ doesn't have a job right now, so it's like the good on paper only
Yeah.
goes so far with him anyway, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Um so let's now double click into Kira and AJ,
Okay.
their relationship. Do you feel like, what do you think about Kira demanding financial support from AJ, who, as you said, doesn't have a job right now?
um, she came in with a very strong position on this, which is that I want nice dinners, I want to be bought nice things, blah blah blah. But then when you kind of peel back her layers, when she was at her saddest, when she was at her most raw, she was like, I don't care about any of that. I just love you. So I think the gifts and the dates are kind of a mask to protect her from her dating history, which is that she's been cheated on a bunch of times. And so to her, she really wants evidence that someone is prioritizing her and putting all of their effort into her. And she has manifested that desire in physical gifts. However, I think when it comes down to it, she doesn't actually care.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like she reminded me of my dating personality in New York, which is like, I'm
Mm,
living my hot single girl life. If I have to get ready and I have to take time out of my busy day to go meet with a man for a first date, he better make it worth it. He better
mm,
take me to a nice place. He better pick up the bill. I feel like I would only split the bill with someone if I like knew for sure I was not going to see them again.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, yeah,
On a
this
first
is,
date, yeah.
yeah, on a first date. But even then, like sometimes people would be like, no, 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 like let me in. I'm like, if you insist, my guy.
Yeah,
But still, like, I see Kira's point. It's like she puts in so much time, effort, and energy into these
yeah,
dates, and the least that someone can do is pick up the bill, which is totally fair. She is getting ready for 3 hours, and she's probably spending thousands of pounds on her outfit.
yeah.
I get ready for 15 minutes max,
Right.
and I'm wearing Old Navy. Like,
We are not the same.
yeah, like, so it's fine. It's fine for me to split the bill with someone. But I understand Kira's point.
Yeah.
I also will say I feel like that is a very hot take. It's a very like hot take for especially for a woman to have. And I really admire Kira for being like, this is what I want. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, yeah, I do like that. She knows exactly what she wants, and it's not like she's trapping AJ into it. Like, she's being very upfront with it, and so if he decides to move forward with it, like, he knows exactly what he's getting into. And hey, if it works for them, it works for them. Like, no judgment at all.
Yeah, I think like I had some issues with Kira's personality. Like I think sticking her nose into everyone's business
Yes.
was very strange to me. And then the whole Jack thing was very strange to me. I was like, Kira, let it go. It's
Yeah.
fine. Um, yeah, like focus on AJ. It's like it's chill. You
Yeah.
don't have to talk about Joseph and Francesca. You don't have to bring Cuba into this, even though Cuba like has nothing else to do really. So Ryan's gone half the time. But still. Yeah, so I was like a little bit iffy on her personality, but
Same.
I changed a lot when she did the whole Diwali celebration for AJ.
Yeah, that
That
was
really,
really sweet.
that was so sweet. And she knocked those decorations out of the park. I was like, oh my God, did like someone on the production team help her? But then I was like, probably not, because Jack didn't have any help for Faye's birthday. He was using chewing gum. So, yeah, so I was like, oh my God, she just knocked it out of the park. And as
Yeah.
someone in the Bay Area, I know that those garlands are hard to find. So
Dude,
good on her.
hard to find and fucking expensive.
Yeah. So she
Yeah,
crushed it. She
she
crushed
crushed
it.
it. That was a really, really sweet act of service. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, someone who can do this, I think I totally agree with you. I think the whole paying for thousands of pounds on a first date is very much a mask to be like, I I demand this from people who I may or may not see again, and so it's
Yeah.
fine. But like when she's in a relationship with someone who she really, really loves, like she
Yeah.
shows up for them just as hard as
Yeah.
she wants other people to show up for her.
Totally. I think AJ really brings out the best in her, and I think Jap brings out the worst in her.
Yes. Yes. Um, question on AJ. Why is it AJ instead of Ajay?
I think for the same reason I go by Shalini and not Shalini.
But his parents called him AJ too.
When my parents introduce me to other people, they also kind of like say something between Shalini and Shalini. They go Shalini because I think,
Oh.
yeah, they just want it to be like consistent with what I call myself. So
Oh.
I think that maybe that's what it is.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was confused because I was like, oh, this is Ajay. Like his parents are
Yeah.
gonna show up and be like, hey, Ajay. But then like they also said AJ. So I was like, wait, am I wrong?
Also, it was in the pods when he introduced himself as AJ, it was making me think of, it was reminding me of that couple from, I think, Colorado, Patrick, the Asian dude, and Brittany, was it? I think Brittany,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah.
You're so good with these names. Oh
Oh
my
my God, I
God.
don't know how I remember these names.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how I'm doing this.
I know the faces, but the names I could
Yeah.
not. But yeah, you're exactly right.
I was worried that it would be kind of like that, where like Kira is dating this guy blind named AJ. She's like, I'm dating a 6'5", blonde hair, blue eye finance guy named AJ, and then he's Indian, and then she like tries to swerve out of it, but I'm very, very pleasantly surprised that she did not have that kind of reaction.
I also feel like I wonder if there's a cultural aspect to this because I know that there's so many brown people in
True.
London and like UK in general that I think given a name like AJ, she may have also been expecting an Indian guy. But I
That's
think if
true.
you hear something like Patrick from Colorado, like you
Yeah,
don't think of an Asian guy.
that's so true. Also, I guess they probably all talked about last names, and I think Patrick was adopted, so he might have had a white last name.
Oh, I
Yeah, but
see.
like AJ obviously definitely has an Indian last name.
Yeah. And then also AJ had that I guess this is just a friend, but he also had that
Oh,
emotional
yeah,
conversation about like something
yeah.
that he regrets and he was talking about his friend and his friend had a very um I guess like South
Brown
Asian
name. Yeah,
name. Yeah.
yeah.
But like that's also a friend, so you can't like
Yeah,
really make any like correlation
yeah,
between that, but still.
true.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that she like they seem to really like each other.
Yeah, they're cute.
What are your predictions for them?
I honestly hope they stay together. I think she will say yes. I'm unsure on him.
I think the
Um,
same.
yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna be optimistic on this one and say they will get married.
Okay. I think she's gonna say yes. I think he will say no.
Mm.
And I think part of it is that there is a small part of him that's like, I still don't know if there's a fundamental mismatch in values or something
Mm,
else. And we don't have enough time
yeah.
to figure that out. So it's just wouldn't be the right thing to get married at this point. I think that's what
Yeah.
he'll say. I think also, I don't know if this is just editing or whatever, but the previews made it seem like
Mm,
it may not happen.
mm. I've learned that I cannot
To not trust the
predict.
previews.
Yeah, I cannot trust the previews because even if I'm like, ooh, they're trying to throw me off, it's like, no, they weren't actually trying to throw me off. So basically, I'm always wrong. So now I just don't try. Yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh, uh, I thought it was so wise what he said about I need to figure out if it's a personality thing or a values thing because values like you can't change someone's values or something. He said something like that
Yeah.
and I was like, "Whoa, that's so wise."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
we'll see.
I do think Kira's character, like, she's changed a lot. I
Yeah,
think at the beginning of the show, she was very unlikable for me personally. But
same.
by the end, I think the whole Diwali celebration really made me do a 180. So I hope that that trend continues.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will get married. All right. Moving on to our last couple,
Faye and Jack.
Jack and Faye.
What a mess.
Let's just go straight into Stratford Gate. 2 a.m., find my friend's gate,
Oh my
location
God.
off, phone off. What do you think actually happened?
You know what? Before we saw the preview, which I guess I shouldn't take the preview too seriously,
Or
but
should
before we saw
you?
the preview, yeah. Um, After their like really deep conversation on the couch after all of this happened, where he was like, I'm so sorry I made you feel this way. If I could take it back, I would. You know, like, I never want to see this look on your face again, blah, blah, blah. Like, that walk was so unnecessary. After that, I was like, you know what? I do trust that he was telling the truth and he was just getting defensive because he truly didn't realize why it was a big deal. Um, it is weird that he went out in slides, but let's be real. If any of the people on this show was to do a 2-hour walk in slides, wouldn't it be Jack?
It so would. He's a weird
Yeah.
guy. He's a weird dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a weird dude. And like, I think, you know, when his mom was like, I know this Jack, but like, I'm so happy someone else knows this Jack. I think like he is a weirdo and most people don't understand him. And I don't think he's malicious.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's ready to be a husband, but I don't think he's malicious.
I agree. 100%. I think he's a little bit immature.
Yeah.
I don't think he's malicious. I truly did think that he got up at 6 a.m. and went for a walk and was feeling overwhelmed and turned off his phone.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah, I think
walked.
turning off his phone is why she couldn't find him on Find My Friends, which I don't think he actually said, but yeah, that would do it.
As an iPhone user, I have a Find My Friends functionality question for you.
Yes.
So you have someone on Find My Friends, it's like a mutual opt-in, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
When someone turns off their phone, you don't see their location anymore, right?
Correct.
And then when they turn it back on again, do you have to re-opt in?
No. It's like so there are a few ways to share your location. You can either do it for 1 hour until the end of the day or indefinitely. And if it's done indefinitely, then like your phone turning off, turning on does not affect it.
So then he did intentionally turn it off, though, because when he presumably turned his phone back on, the location was still not shared with her.
Well, I thought the location was shared with her after he turned it back on, and she's like, yeah, that's fine, but when you were missing, I couldn't find you.
No, because like didn't they check it? Because she was like, look, like this is what I saw, like location off, and she like showed him, right? During that morning after when he's back.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that was like a screenshot or something. Okay. That makes sense. I don't know. I will say sometimes Find My Friends is just a little fucky, and if he has an older iPhone, it's very
Which he
possible
probably
that
does.
yeah. Let's be real. Is Jack keeping up with the newest iPhone? No. He probably has like an iPhone 6 from the year
6
from the year 2014. I don't know. He has one of those small ones probably.
6 is crazy.
Okay, maybe 8. Maybe 8.
I was going to say like 12.
Oh, no, 12 is new. 12 is new.
Wait, are you on like 17 now?
Yeah, but I feel like anything after they got rid of the button is like somewhat recent.
They got rid of the button? What button?
Yeah. There used to be a button at the bottom of the iPhone, you know?
Oh,
the home button.
Yeah. Wait, they got rid of that button ages ago, didn't they?
Yeah, pre-pandemic. Yeah.
Do you think his phone has a button?
I don't know. I would believe it, to be honest. Or he has an iPhone SE that's like the really pared down version. It's new, but it's extremely pared down, and like not all apps work on it.
Okay.
That's my guess. As an iPhone user, that's my prediction.
And that's our prediction for Jack and Faye. That Jack has an iPhone SE. Okay, but I guess coming back to actual Jack and Faye, I agree with you. I don't think there was any malicious intent. I don't think he was cheating on her or anything. I don't think it was that other situation with the other guy who put his phone in the car and then logged in somewhere else.
Oh my God, his Apple Watch.
Yeah, his Apple Watch or something.
What was his name? Her name was
Sarah. I know
Sarah.
you have it.
His name was
Sarah and
Jimmy.
Justin?
I don't remember. Oh, dang it.
Shalini, I'm so sad. I had faith in you.
Damn, he was just the biggest villain. Wait, was her name Sarah, or was Sarah the girl that he started dating afterwards?
Was it Ben? Sarah and Ben?
No, that was the Minnesota season. Okay, couple that shared their location, but then he went missing.
Jeremy!
Jeremy! Yes. Oh, and Laura was the girl. Okay, and then I think Sarah was...
Ann.
Yes! Sarah Ann was the girl he went to go see.
Yes.
Oh,
that was crazy.
That was insane. That was some Love is Blind core memory insanity.
Love is Blind US is so trashy compared to UK. But
seriously.
You know, the other thing is because I feel like in Love is Blind US, you're like focusing on like certain parts of the city or certain like very specific cities versus this is like London. So it'd be like if you did a Love is Blind New York.
Yeah.
that would be the equivalent in London. So I
And
feel like we need to wait for Love is Blind New York to come out, and then we
which
can
is
compare.
they're casting for right now.
I know, I missed my chance.
Mm,
In so
missed
many
your
ways, I
chance.
missed my chance.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, Love is Blind UK is also interesting because people can literally be from anywhere in the UK and be on this show.
Yeah.
And the UK is way bigger than any of these American cities that they're like centering the US seasons around. So it's
Yeah.
interesting that distance plays a factor when it doesn't always play a factor. I guess it still sometimes does. Like the Seattle season, there was someone in Portland.
It still seems to play a factor in Love is
Yeah,
Blind US, which is crazy. Yeah, like the
which is
Seattle one
so
had quite a few Portland people. And then also, again, Amber
yeah, that's right.
in the
Oh, the
Ohio
Ohio. Oh,
season.
because they just did the state of Ohio.
Yes.
OH.
I-O.
Nice.
Oh, man. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, I
So
think
we think he was telling the truth.
we think he was telling the truth. I feel like he definitely has ADHD, like very
Yes.
clearly. So,
Yes.
but what I didn't like about that whole situation is that he did get defensive, like you said.
Yeah.
He did get
Yeah.
defensive. He did gaslight her. He just like didn't bring up at all the way that he made her feel was wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not just about him anymore. It's about the two of them.
Right. Right. Kind of like what Kira said, where she was like, I really need to realize that I am now responsible for two people's feelings and not just my own.
Exactly.
He does too. He needs to realize that. And that's why I'm like, he's genuine, but not ready to be a husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it seems like in the previews, he shows up 30 minutes late to maybe an hour late to his wedding. But I can see how that would be a non-issue for him. I think he just has trouble with getting to things and places on
Yeah.
time. I think he will still show up to the wedding.
Yeah.
And my
He'll be
prediction
like,
is that,
yeah, I'm in. Why are we
yeah,
getting married?
yeah. And then I think Faye will say no.
I think Faye will say no. I think Faye will say no. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff with like him disappearing, I think he's done a lot of things where it feels like straw on the camel's back type of thing, or like
Yeah.
death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yes.
So I feel like she will say no.
I think so too.
Yeah. Well, we shall
Well,
see what happens.
yeah. And I will say, I really hated him in the beginning, but he's grown on me. Now that I understand him a little bit better, I'm like, okay, you're just like weird, but you're not a fuckboy.
He's definitely strange. I feel like he actually, I think my perception of him has gone lower. I really
Oh,
did not like the way that he came at her with like that defensive attitude, like not
yeah,
admitting that what he did was wrong at all. I was like, how can you not see that you're like very clearly in the wrong here? Like,
yeah,
even though you're overwhelmed, it's fine to feel overwhelmed, but just like check in. And I just like he had so much issue taking accountability for that,
yeah.
which
But
is
he
like
came around.
he came around, but also I think with someone like Faye, who's gone through a lot of this trauma in relationships before, I feel like she was
She
giving
deserves
him,
more.
yeah, she
Yeah,
deserves more. I feel like she was like giving him way too much, I don't know, patience than what he
yeah.
deserved.
That's fair.
But that's me.
Eh.
Um, okay. So just recapping from top to bottom. Ryan in Cuba.
Not
Prediction,
going to the altar.
not going to the altar. Jordan and Yasmin.
Broken up already.
Sophie and Taylor.
Locked in, getting married for sure.
Joseph and Francesca.
I think no, you think yes.
Yes. Why did you think no again?
I just think I thought no because he wanted her parents' blessing, and I don't think they're gonna give that.
That's right. Um, Jack and Faye.
No, Faye's gonna say no.
Faye's gonna say no, and Kira and AJ.
I think yes. You think no.
And I think no. Wow. Great memory. Steel trap mind, Shalu. Okay, my last question for you. If you are getting your eyelashes done in the salon, where is your man? Is he chilling at home? Is he waiting in the car? Is he grocery shopping? Or is he doing other hobbies?
He is literally anywhere but waiting in the car.
Yeah. Many right answers, one wrong answer.
He can do whatever he wants, unless it's wait in the car.
Yes, I agree. I would be like concerned for his health. I think Francesca was saying that her parents are very, very close in that if her mom is getting her eyelashes done, her dad is waiting in the car.
That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Do anything else, I beg of you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, great. Well, weddings are coming out Wednesday, August 26th. I think we'll do probably a double header where we do the Love is Blind season 3 UK finale along with the Let's Marry Harry finale, which is also coming, or reunion, which is also coming out August 26th.
Yes. Oh, I wish I submitted a question for that reunion. Do you think it's too late?
What question would you have submitted?
Good question.
I wish I had submitted a question. I don't know what though.
Not a specific question. I just wish that I had participated in that because that's a fun concept.
Oh, I was really turned off by it. I was like, why are you showing me a QR code on my screen? You should know the questions that I want answered.
True. Yeah, why is this my job?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where's my check then?
Fair.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right. Doubleheader next week.
Doubleheader. Let's do it.
That means we only have to watch 2 hours of TV this week.
Come on. Oh, yeah, we eat it up every single time.
I'm about to rate this 10 out of 10.
Yeah, let's rate. Quality enjoyment.
Oh my God. No, I literally have to do 10 out of 10 because I fucking love this show. I can't not give it a 5 on enjoyment because I eat it up and I'm dying for the next episode. And when I'm done with episodes, I need the next episode tranche to release. So that's a 5 on enjoyment. And quality, I feel like I'm really enjoying it because I feel like I don't really hate anyone this season. And so I'm really rooting for everyone.
Yeah. I think I'm also going to give it a 5 out of 5 on engagement, or enjoyment. Engagement. I mean, I was highly engaged. And there were many engagements.
14.
I'll give it a 14 out of 14 for engagements. Yeah, I think because I'm kind of fading on Love is Blind US a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone there is just kind of icky.
Yeah.
But I actually really liked the UK people this time around. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for enjoyment. For quality, yeah, why not? I actually recognized some of the songs. I was like, oh, they got money.
They got money.
So
there was an Olivia Dean song in there.
Yes, there was. So I'm going to say 10 out of 10. You know, the other thing is that their apartments were also really, really nice.
Dude, they were so nice. And okay, British or Londoner yappers, we need to know, is their apartment in a relevant part of London? Or like, how are they affording these really nice apartments? Is it in bumfuck nowhere?
No, because it looked like it was very much in the city, you know?
But there was like a really long expanse of open grass before you saw the city. So I don't know if it's like in the outskirts, you know? Like in the equivalent of Daly City.
Hey, don't hate on Daly City.
No hate, but you know.
Okay, Love is Blind UK season 3. London part housing. I don't know how to look this up. They said in the Camden area.
Camden. Oh,
which I think is pretty happening.
Yeah. Camden Market.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is in like a pretty happening area because I think that's also why Jack was feeling super overwhelmed and like needed to go for a walk because he's used to like beach
Mm,
around in Cornwall.
that's true. Dude, how is Love is Blind affording this?
And Olivia Dean. Dang, they got money.
They got money. Oh, this is honestly making me want to move to London or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, when Sophie and Taylor went to that pub with Taylor's family, I was like, I want to be in a British pub with a turtleneck on right now.
Yeah, actually, I felt like all of the little scenes that they had where people were out and about, like having a drink or like going on dates or whatever, I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
place looks cute. This place also looks cute. I was like, I
Yeah.
want to hang out in this world.
Oh, I want to go. I want to live there.
Yeah, it was really cute. All right, so I guess 10 out of 10 for both of us.
Wow.
That's very surprising.
That's insane.
Now I feel like I should lower my rating for maybe I
No,
should
live your truth, live your truth.
maybe I should say 4 out of 5 for enjoyment.
No.
And that still puts us at a 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Great. Binge in
Binge in progress. Oh, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Even though 8 hours of TV was a lot to watch this week, I watched more because I watched Tires season 3, which just came out on Netflix, I think a week or two ago. Which is very interesting because Tires is about this automotive company, Valley Forge, and it's like a very much a dude comedy. But I really like watching it.
Oh, great.
It's like not our target. I feel like I'm not the target demographic, but it's actually quite funny.
Nice. I don't know if I have anything new. I started a new book. I still have not finished Butter, but I did start a new
Classic.
book called The Tiffin Academy, which is an Ellen Hilderbrand book, which I love an Ellen Hilderbrand book.
You love a Hildebrand book.
Yes. She co-wrote this with her daughter. So this one's actually not set in Nantucket. It's set in
Muskoka.
Imagine. No, it's set in Northwest Massachusetts at a boarding school. Yeah, very random.
Wait, Tiffin Academy.
Yeah.
As in like Tiffinwala.
Yes.
Dabbawala.
Yes.
Okay, great. Are they Indian?
Nope.
Nope.
I think there was someone named something Tiffin that started the school.
Not Tiffany's.
Nope.
Interesting.
That's all I got for you. I'm like 15% in.
Yeah, keep it vague. Keep it vague in general. Okay, great.
All right. Great. Well. Oh, one other thing I've been binging is this other podcast called Normal Gossip, which I think I've told you about.
Yes.
But they took a break because I think the host was going through some health stuff, but they just came back this summer. And I didn't realize that until this past week. So I was like binging whatever they had just released.
Oh,
yeah.
Any tips that we can apply for this podcast?
So how she does it. So the format of that podcast is they have people write in these like hilarious long-winded stories that happen to them in real life. And then she brings in a guest and she will tell the story to the guest. And like, as the story goes, she'll pause and be like, if you're this person, what would you be thinking? What would you do? And so she kind of tells it like narratively versus like we kind of just like talk about the show as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to apply that format, I mean, I think that like the situational questions are really fun that we do, but I don't know if the entire format would really work. But yeah.
Yappers, if you have any idea on how to improve our podcast,
here's a QR code. Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!